minute to wrap up.
No.
Okay, the thing that I didn't tell you about my background, well, the thing that I'm gonna tell you that I didn't tell you about my background, is that I spent nearly 10 years working as a teacher advocate. That was my position. I worked for the Texas State Teachers Association. And I am proud of what I did there. I learned a great deal about good things that are going on in some other districts and bad things that are going on in some other districts. Some ideas that sounded good that didn't work at all, and some that sounded a little wacky, but they seemed to work out okay. And so I think that my experience, combined with 30 years in this district, well, actually 40 years, because I went to school here, and then that experience gives me a distinct advantage over my opponents, and I hope that you'll consider that.
Excuse me. After serving on many boards and commissions for the city of Garland, I feel like my experience of living in this city and seeing the heartbeat of Garland, currently working for this district, and I feel like that I can bring that leadership to the table that we need to do, where the board policies are being dictated by the board and not by the upper echelon.
I think there's been a lot of concern about diversity in the schools and also on the board. And I know it's been stated in articles and even here tonight that we already have several attorneys on the board. I'm a terrible attorney. Primarily, it's true. Primarily though, I'm a husband first, a father. I've spent 15 years in education. I have 2 degrees in education, lots of student loan debt. And so I bring all that to the table, not just the fact that I'm an attorney and I should run. My firm doesn't give a rat's if I make it or not. So I'm not doing this for a career move or because I think it's going to look good on a resume. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about this district. I have many, many friends who work in this district that have concerns, and it's a concern of mine. And I have 3 beautiful girls that are concerns of mine primarily. And so I'm going to stop now.
I love children, and I basically believe that given the right resources and opportunities, all children can succeed. I'm a servant leader. I'm a collaborator. I am very cooperative. I think as we move forward in this district with all of the things that we have on the table, that it's not the right time for me to go away because I bring so much experience. My background in corporate America with strategic planning is just what we need to do. I have been mentoring and tutoring and developing children for a very, very long time. We have interesting things ahead of us in Garland ISD, and I would like to remain because I am the proven leader. Thank you.
I think one thing I'd like to share with you that my brother-in-law has no knowledge of is that I spent last year every Friday going to the alternative school to mentor a little girl that was in 8th grade. And she was a Hispanic little girl, and we really bonded. And I think that brought, she's at Garland High now, but it brought a sense of need for our middle school students and the challenges that middle school faces. I knew that as a parent of a middle schooler and the transition programs that are required to make sure that they're successful in middle school and on into high school. But there's a piece that I think that we're missing, and that's transitioning our parents to be ready to have middle schoolers. And this is something that I'm really passionate about because so many middle school kids can go off the rail and we can lose them as they move forward. So I'm looking forward to diving in and doing what I've always done, and that is make things happen.
So, for myself, I think the reason you guys should vote for me is I bring diversity into the group, not just because I'm Hispanic and the majority of the population in Garland is Hispanic. I don't want you to vote for me because of that. Honestly, don't. That's a disservice to everybody. It's not the way the democratic process is supposed to work. The reason that I think you should vote for me is because I do bring a different perspective. one where I manage and do business with large enterprises, which I think can help us in this situation. I don't have a law degree like most of the people that serve on this board right now. I am not involved in a PTA whatsoever, but I am involved in different organizations that reach out to people that have issues with poverty, with behavioral issues and stuff like that. So again, I think I did bring a different perspective into the group, and I think it'd be very useful moving forward.
I have to stand now because he did. I'm an attorney. I do have a law degree, and I feel like in rooms like this, that tends to be more of an impediment than a benefit. But that being said, every day I go to work, and as an attorney, and what I've done for the last 14 years, I deal with the consequences of bad decision making. That's what litigators do. And I think all too often, just last night it was on display at the board meeting again, we reversed course for a third time on an issue regarding Abbott Elementary and the Montessori program conversion at Luna. That's 3 times they've had to devote substantial energy to the same issue. We have to look beyond what's right in front of our face, and I don't see that happening necessarily to the degree I want. I think I can bring that perspective to the table. It's what I do professionally. I'm a decisive leader, and I think we can make the right decision the first time. I think I can help the board towards that goal.
I must confess something tonight. It's a deeply held secret. I attended law school for a week. And I saw the light. So putting that aside, what do I bring to the race? I bring experience. I bring the ability to immediately step into the role and start asking the questions, analyzing the budget, looking at instructional programs, looking at where those programs are placed and how they impact the student. When a parent calls and a parent comes forward with concerns about teachers or concerns about facilities or the quality of education they have, I will understand what they are saying. I understand the lingo. I can also translate for the other board members, along with Mr. Axe, the concepts and the concerns of the parents. So it is advantageous for a seasoned educator to be on the board, to lead and to interpret and to deliver to the parents the quality of education that we need in this district. We are doing great things in the Garland ISD. We do have challenges, and we need to address the challenges to do even greater things.
Thank you. One more.